Hola, amigos. So it's Saturday, November the 9th. I have a very special video that I will upload later today. That's if you guys are watching this, I guess, in reverse chronological order. I always forget, like, when I make a video and I reference what's coming up next. I forget when people look at the channel, the videos are in opposition. But anyways, so I wanted to share a download that I received last night. I actually wanted to be invited into the astral realm, and I wanted to have a conversation, because there's just something going on where I think we're all just really tired and exhausted, and our bodies are like so extremely fatigued. And I'm not sure if it has a lot to do with whatever's going on in the ether, in the heavens, if they need our energy for something, or they're just borrowing it for now. I don't know. Or whatever in the air that's just really making us drained and tired. Anyways, so I'm wearing my work shirt. Anyways, that's enough about that. But I had an epiphany about the triangles and why I think a lot of people choose to symbolize and show these things, like, i.e. musicians, entertainers. Why do we see that in movies? Why do we see this triangle constantly? I never really had the answer. So I wanted to go to the astral plane. I wanted to talk to Source and say, look, I would like to know the answer of why, especially in GPS. Oh my God, look at the time. 1:11. I didn't plan that, but GPS, there's an arrow when we push play, like, when you see, like, on a CD player, the play is a triangle. And I was thinking the word Plato. That's where the Pythagorean the Pythagoreanism came from. If you guys don't know Pythagorean and Pythagoras theorem, Pythagorean theorem. I don't want to say Pythagorean theorem. Anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. Pythagorean theorem. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Pythagorean theorem. Python. The Pythonians. It was more of a people who knew how to use hypnosis and gnosis in order to manipulate or to translate information over into the human pineal gland. Pan, God, the planet Saturn. Why does it have rings? So a lot of this allegory and rhythm and time and repetition is the essence and resource of a lot of it. So I think this is what's going on in my life right now, is that when I'm understanding, there's a weird anomaly going on in front of me with birds. I can't show you because I'm driving. It just looks like 100 birds went. That is weird. Maybe, you know what, you guys? Let me pull over and show you guys it has a lot to do with what I'm talking about. And there is a theory that I have about this. The theory is, let me open my roof. Okay, so I'm looking at all these birds. Where y'all at? They kind of took a break. So if we follow my theory and what I'm trying to say, this Pythagorean theorem, yay, I said it right. There's a couple of birds. Anyway, so there was just a bunch of birds that flew off. There's a couple. Come on, birds. But I was looking up. Oh, I don't want to blind you guys. The sun is really freaking bright right now. So you see these bubbled clouds? You see the blue beams of light? That's plasma. When you're exchanging plasma, light, that's not like the real sun, but light and blue beams, heat waves, waves, microwaves, when technology is exchanged, let's say if there's a Wi-Fi or 5G tower somewhere between that building for lease and that building over there, right, where those cars are passing. So there's an interaction of plasma, and I think these birds, whenever, there they go. Ah, I missed it. Anyways, if you guys can just follow what my theory is, there they go. It's happening. See what I'm trying to say? There's a plasma field. It's not just that they live in the trees. It's the plasma field. It's attractive. And why do they keep flying out and back in and out and back in? Because it's the theory of the Pythagorean theorem. The effect of Pythagoras. Now they want to like put on a show. But you guys know what I'm talking about. It's fascinating because when I was seeing these triangle anomalies, or like let's say previously in my videos, you guys will see over my head a triangle. You will always see, I think you can see it now. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's an anomalistic event that happens when someone's tapping into theology, knowledge, divine wisdom. And unfortunately, like when you guys see the videos that I've included below, you'll see that there's a star of Satan that one guy uses, but then it has different meanings. When you take away 3 corners of that star, the 5-pointed star, you'll have an exact triangle. It's just kind of weird. I'm starting to understand why people utilize those symbols and the meaning behind them, because there's meaning. When you stare at something that has a certain degree and certain shape, size, is there a plasma field around you? What environment is around you? What sounds are around you? This is why when birds are constantly chirping, you kind of don't hear it until you pay attention to it. That's kind of like the sacred knowledge. It's just not present until you tap into it. And so, there goes my download hiccups. Here we go. If you're new to the channel, I always get hiccups when I'm tapping into a channeled message. So I also understand why when people on television, when they're talking, or, when I'm understanding when they put their hands together, I ain't doing that. But I understand the sexual energy, the exchange of the divine feminine, going back and forth between realms, putting out knowledge and information to other people who need to receive knowledge and wisdom is the transfer of why the hands are together. I don't know why people think that that's such a, cool thing, but I just know for me, like, I really don't give a damn. Or even if my shirt, you see the X, you can think of it as an X, or you can think of it as 4 ways of a triangle. As above, so below, and the double entendre. So it's weird. It's like, I always think about the Masons and post-Coptic era, and how the two together, Gnosis and Masonry, knew how to incorporate knowledge and theory into the Bible, and thus the Bible is causing an algorithm of its own where there's Sunday service every week, there's preaching every week, there's a different lesson of the same thing every week. That's the Pythagorean theorem. It's the teaching of the Pythagoreans. I don't know why it has to be that way, but I just know that as a dance teacher, I talk about patterns and rhythm and time and speed and effort and body and language and space all the time. Now I'm starting to understand why in this timeline, in this consciousness, I became a dance teacher. Because now I'm understanding the full retrospect of existence. How to make space from, frequency, how to create. Oh my God, it's a long story. But I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. It's pretty fascinating and interesting that, somebody could just think of that. Or even like here's a great example. Emergency button, right? The emergency flashers. It's a triangle. This is a double entendre of a triangle and a triangle. This creates in a way of alertness, a way of getting your attention, a way of talking to the brain immediately. It's like an immediate, like if you see the flashers flashing, you just know. Or for example, the construction, you guys see the orange? See how the flag is a triangle? It's just kind of like what captures your attention. The eject button when the CD's in the CD player. Or, if I would turn this sideways, it's the play button when you want to push play for music. The air conditioner when you want to feel, these are just ways to instantly speak to the brain quickly. Oh, here goes another one. When you want to skip your track forward and backwards. Volume is a different shape. So understanding shapes and different, I don't know what else to say about it. I think I just tapped on everything. I said exactly what I needed to say. No more convincing you guys. You get it. You guys are gonna get mad at me for this, but this is what I was drinking earlier. I just don't have energy. This is the star that I was talking about. So in the Pythagoras philosophy, I can understand why someone would use this star, but then the one appears regular. Why is it sideways here? Because they want your attention to buy it. And, people would say, oh, that's, the Baphomet symbol. Why? Because I would understand why they would want the attention of people who, give their honor and praise to Baphomet or Satan or Star of David or whatever, what have you. Or the stars in the sky, It's just taking what's available and modifying it. The recycle logo there. That's a lot of the Pythagoras theory. Recycle, reduce, reuse. There goes my affirmation. You can take so much from so little. I hated to drink that, but y'all, I was so tired today. I'm still exhausted. Anyways, wish you guys a great day. And stay tuned for the next video.